In this tutorial we are going to see how to do this stunning animation in Photoshop. So let's get started. The amount of layers that we will be using to construct the animation is shown here. The Photoshop file for this work is in description for your practice. To begin creating an animation, choose Motion from the Workspace panel. Alternatively, open the window layer and choose Timeline. Currently, you have two choices. First is Create Video Timeline or second is Create Frame Animation. Choose a video timeline. It creates intermediate images between keyframes to create the illusion of movement. Here is the artboard we made. If we click on the artboard layer, the timelines folders are all visible. Okay, so we're going to begin animating the layers. Choose the layer you wish to animate. Make sure your layer is a smart object. Right-click on any layer and select the Smart Object option. In the first layer, I'm not going to make any changes on background and car. Simply add a little transition to the texts like opacity and position. Click on the text layer to access its property panel. Move the slider to the right side, as demonstrated in the video. To generate keyframes, click on the Transform attribute. Move the slider to the right side, as demonstrated in the video. We can adjust the position of the text in two ways. First, click on the text and drag manually. Second, click on the text and hit the down arrow key. As you can see, the second keyframe is formed automatically. Now we are changing the opacity of the text. To generate the first keyframe, drag the slider as demonstrated in the video and click on Opacity. Move the slider to the right and adjust the opacity to 0%. Manually move the playhead to inspect the animation we made. Choose the visibility symbol to make the layer visible. When the text transition is finished, we are generating an animation with a pink background that rises from the bottom to the top. Drag the pink folder until the completion of last keyframe of red text. Open Property panel of pink background. To create a keyframe, click on the Transform property. The first keyframe shows the background's current position. Now, shift the playhead to the right. Change the position of the background to create animation. You may use the Align tool or manually adjust the background's position. In my case I'm using Alignment tool. As you can see, the second keyframe was generated automatically. Start the playhead at the beginning and observe the animation we made. Because the background color has changed, we now need to alter the car's color from red to pink. So click on the car layer to open Properties. To generate the first keyframe, move the slider as demonstrated in the video and click the Opacity button. Put opacity at 0%. Slide the slider to the right, then adjust the opacity to 100%. Start the playhead at the beginning and observe the animation we made. Slide the pink text layer until the completion of last keyframe of pink background. Let's now animate the text. Open the Property panel of Text layer. To create a keyframe, click the Transform property button. The first keyframe indicates current position of text. Move playhead to right side and move text into upward direction as shown in video. Move the slider to the right side, as demonstrated in the video. To create a new keyframe, click on the transform property. Because the location of both keyframes is the same, the text stays steady for the duration of that period. Move slider to next position. Right-click on keyframe and choose copy. Make sure the slider at the desired position. Again right-click on keyframe and now choose paste. Move playhead from the start and check the animation we have created. Move the slider to the right side, and click on opacity. Adjust the opacity value from 100 to 0%. Move slider to the next keyframe. Adjust the opacity from 0 to 100%. Move slider to the next keyframe. Click on the opacity property to create a new keyframe. It will automatically take the same value as the preceding keyframe. Move slider to the next keyframe. Adjust the opacity value from 100 to 0%. Now you can see that we have developed text animation with two properties like transform and opacity. Drag the playhead from the beginning and examine the animation that we generated. From now onwards we animated two layers, which is red and pink. Click the visibility indicator to display the next layer, which is green. Move the slider to the last keyframe of the pink text layer. Drag the green folder until the final keyframe of pink text is completed, as seen in the video. Now we need to build the same animation for the remaining four colors. We do not need to construct the same animation again. We can copy our animation from the previous folder and paste it into the new folder. Click on the background to open the property. Click on the transform attribute to create a keyframe. To replicate the background animation, go to the pink background. Select both keyframes. Right-click on keyframe and choose copy. Select the first keyframe of the green background. Right-click the keyframe and paste it. Similarly, create keyframes in the car and text layers. Copy the keyframe from the pink the car layer and paste it into the green car layer, as demonstrated in the video. Similarly, copy and paste the keyframe for text animation as shown in video. Move the text layer last keyframe of the background layer. Drag the playhead from the beginning and examine the animation we generated. Apply the same copy and paste approach to the remaining folders. Press the spacebar or play button to check the animation. You may make this type of stunning animation with Photoshop for your projects. Thank you for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any question regarding this video, feel free to ask in comment box. If you liked my video, then hit like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get notification on every new video on my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, the link is in the description box.